For more on this, we now cross to SABC News reporter Mariska Botha, who is in Riverlands in the Western Cape. Mariska, you've been monitoring this story, of course, throughout the better part of today. Such devastation also to, the homes and also the families concerned. Just talk us through what you're seeing and what you're hearing.
Well, we've got the official figure right now is that there's 200 people that are directly affected by that dam that burst. It's about 50 households where there was either damage to the structures, to the homes, or their homes have been gutted completely. We saw one of those homes is a Wendy house that was shifted something like 30 meters from its original position. That's how strong the current was. Right now, they are in an orderly fashion busy distributing aid. Now, there's a number of organizations here that has come to the aid of this community. Gift of the Givers, of course, was called last night to come to the scene. They are here. They've already distributed blankets and mattresses. There's now also food being distributed for these people because many of those people don't have a place to go tonight. And there's a severe weather warning, yet again, of more rain coming for the past week or so. We've had very little to no rain in the Western Cape, but there is a warning that tonight it will come down again. Now, of course, there is concern. There is 3 dams in total on the farm where the dam burst. There's concern about the 3rd dam, and assessments are currently underway to determine if the dam will hold. If it is determined that that dam is not safe, a lot of people will have to be evacuated from this area for their own safety to the nearest big town, which would be Malmesbury. It's around 20 kilometers from here. We also spoke a little bit earlier to the MEC of Agriculture, Dr. Ivan Meyer, who has expressed concern over the impact of climate change, saying these adverse weather events has been coming more consistently, where there's more rain falling, a very strong rain falling with no intermittent pauses in between, causing severe damage across the province and for agriculture. This is a major agriculture area where they farm maize. There's also some mixed farming, there's animals and all of that. But more importantly, he said, is the people, the communities that live in these areas that are so severely affected by what is seen in terms of climate change. We saw, for example, a gravel road is completely washed away. The tar road, there's holes that fell in it with deep water, as deep as a meter. People simply can't drive there. So right now where we're standing is where operations are happening and where everybody was asked to come to register so that they know exactly who needs aid and help. And this is from where they are getting that aid from that is being distributed. People are distraught, they are traumatized, they are in shock. It is very cold, it has started raining again. So certainly a very long night ahead, and also at the very least a very tough week that lies ahead for the community here in the Western Cape.
Mariska, and I can imagine, as you say, just the anxiety and the concern around that 3rd dam possibly also breaking through. But I want to talk about the good news of the story, albeit, of course, very small, but it is, in a sense, very good news. Those 2 young children who were swept away have now been safely recovered. Do you know the circumstances surrounding these 2 children at this point in time?
Well, actually, there was 15 people that were rescued by emergency services while it was still dark this morning. The dam bursted around 4 a.m. this morning, and 15 people were in severe distress, and among them were those 2 children, as you mentioned correctly. But they were reported as missing, but luckily we can report that they have been found, they are safe, they are receiving treatment. 14 people in total are receiving treatment in the Malmesbury Hospital at the moment for minor injuries. You can imagine the scrapes, the cuts, maybe a twisted ankle or something of the like. But you also mentioned trauma and anxiety. Yes, it is, because that 3rd dam, if it's deemed not safe, then people will have to be evacuated to prevent further destruction and worse, loss of life or serious injury. At this stage, there were no serious injuries. Nobody is still reported missing. Everyone is accounted for, and nobody has died. And that, of course, is paramount to ensure that the people are safe. But yes, there is concern, and assessments are underway with engineers to determine whether or not that third dam is safe, if it will hold, and if not, then a call will have to be made on whether or not this community has to be evacuated.
And very quickly, Mariska, just in terms of that evacuation, do they know yet at what stage they will alert the community members? Because we know, that it quickly becomes dark, particularly in weather like this. Do they know when they will likely evacuate everybody?
You are absolutely right. It's already starting to look like it's close to sunset, but it's not. It's midday. Yes, in winter in the Western Cape, it gets dark very early, around 6 o'clock in the evening. And of course, nobody would want to sit with that kind of worry and concern when it becomes dark. So certainly, if the dam is deemed unsafe, a call will have to be made quickly. We are waiting to hear from officials what that decision would be, if there will be an evacuation, if the dam is secure. But certainly, you are correct. If it is deemed unsafe, it will have to happen within the next 3 to 4 hours, because it does become dark very early, and no one would want to sit with a rescue mission at night to be able to save people from what could be absolutely devastating.
All right, Mariska, thank you so much for that. Let's leave it there for now. Of course, that's Mariska Botha there for us after that dam wall collapse at Malmesbury. And as she also says, 15 people were in fact rescued today following that dam wall collapse, 14 being treated for minor injuries.